Channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Note that energy is fluid, rules could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Never force anything. Take what you need, leave the rest. If you're new to my channel, anything of any importance or relevance to the channel you can find in the description box below. All right, let's just jump right on in today. Now, if you're new to my channel, also know that I like to go deeper into my readings. So we just do an extra layer, meaning I also look at the shadows, the spiritual, and see how they play out as karmic themes. Gives you an opportunity to see your situation from a different perception, which is a lot of times very healing. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, gotta like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always how Spirit likes me to start the reading. Okay. Regret. Regret. You're going to write that word in your comment bar. I feel like you're in connection with somebody that is still thinking about you a lot. I even feel like they're stalking you, but you're not in communication with them. And I feel as if I feel like they thought that they had you. It's like almost like when I tap into this person, they're like, you were right here, you were right here. It's like they were so sure of themselves. And so, because they were so sure of themselves, they didn't put any effort into this connection. Nothing. They didn't give anything. If anything, they would get triggered, I feel like, because you didn't really chase them. And your life is good and you seem happy, and they're not really happy in their life. So they wanted you to chase them. They really thought that you would because of this strong soul connection. I feel like you might have had a moment or two with this person that, again, there was a lot of chemistry. So they really just thought that they had you. And what they see is they don't. And so I feel like it's taken this person some time. And so this is why they're in regret, because not only did they not treat you right, but it's taken them so long to figure it out, to figure out that you're like, see right through their game. It's again that they, instead of honoring this connection, they disregarded it. So we're going to take a peek and feel why I feel those situations out unfolding with looking at a bunch of different cards, different decks of cards. Let's see first at the hidden truths. I want you. For this person, again, that's why they're in regret, because it's almost like you walking away made this person like respect you. It's almost like you actually seem more attractive now because you're like not giving them anything. Like you made them have to really look at you, and they're really looking at you and they're comparing you to everyone, and they're like, you're the best. I left when I saw you with someone. So again, like I feel like that's for some of you, but I also feel like your person's insecure. They expected you to chase after them. So they tend to project a lot, meaning that they talk to a lot of people. They're insecure. They wanted you to chase them. So they're thinking that you do the same thing because, they're used to just running around with anybody and giving their time to anybody. And when you give your time to anybody, you're not exactly um, hanging out with the cream of the crop. And it's not to insult those people, but those people don't invest in themselves. They're actually looking for someone to invest in them. So they're takers. So they're needy. They think that the way is to be overly nice, and regardless of whether your person treats them disrespectfully or not, they try to treat you the same way that they treated everyone else. And what they see is that was a very wrong move, especially since this was supposed to be a sacred connection. So they project a lot, or they projected a lot. I wish I could share my good news with you. They can. They're making changes in their life. They feel like they're insecure. They want it to be easy. Like they're like, oh, I don't see a way to fix it. No, you have to surrender your ego. Like I feel like there's a lot of passion there, but this person like is reluctant to really look at what they did. It's time for me to heal now. Well, I said they're reluctant to, do what they need to do. And now it's like, well, I guess now after trying their way for a really long time and holding back for a really long time because they expected you to chase them, they expected you to do something after they disrespected the connection and they see that you didn't, that now they're looking at their behavior. Finally, finally, they're just gonna see again, martyr. It's like I feel like instead of them coming clean to you, they gave their time to like family, to friends, to anybody but you. It's again, feel bad, sorry for me, feel sorry for me. It's again, that's their martyring themselves, like sacrificing their happiness. That's how it's again, they want to come across like, no, no, I wasn't avoiding you. I had to help my family, they're going to say, or I had to help these people where really they were just avoiding you. Yes, they were martyring themselves, but that's because they didn't want to have to apologize. They were waiting on you to come to them. That's why they feel like shit. But they're going to say, well, I had to, but they didn't have to. Again, dutiful, giving too much. Again, martyring and dutiful, same exact thing, giving too much to the people that are in their environment so that they didn't have to come and kind of like wasting time is what I feel like. Wasting time, hoping that you would cave to them, hoping that you would talk to them, hoping that, they wouldn't actually have to come back and apologize, not wanting to talk about what they did. Again, but meanwhile, troublemaker, destruction in the wake. It's again, so I feel like they giving to a lot of people, doing for a lot of people, and not giving to you. Now they're almost like stuck with those people that they overgave and overdid for. And that's not really what the life that they want. And they also know that leaving is going to create a lot of problems because they pretended to want to be wherever they were, giving their time, giving their energy, giving everything. But, for people that were saying, oh, we really need your help, we really want you. So, again, this could be a person that's connected to a karmic still. Maybe they have children. So, that the karmic is influencing that your person, so it made it easy for your person not to come back to you because like, well, I had to be there for my child when really they could have still been there for you. They were hiding behind that situation because they didn't want to come forward. They didn't want to apologize, giving too much to people, again, their family, and just wasting time, just wasting time. But then now it's almost like they're stuck there. Like I said, leaving is going to create a whole problem, a whole chain of reaction. Lost, not knowing what to do. It's again, and they know that. So they're staying in a place of not doing anything because they don't know what to do. And so they feel a lot of regret. They feel a lot of regret because it's like they pretended to want to be somewhere else. They were using other people, wasting time, not growing. And not changing, not looking at themselves again, so sure that you were going to come running to them, so sure that you were going to cave, so sure. Again, and now they're losing faith and they're having a lot of anxiety about it. Again, and there's a sense of they don't really feel like there's even a chance that you're going to take them back. Because again, they knew exactly what they were doing. They played games. And of course, they know that you're going to say, well, where were you? You were obviously given to someone else. You weren't given to me. So I don't, the irony is, I don't feel like there's any feelings of that, like romantic wise. That's why it was easy for your person to stay wherever they were, just holding back from you. So I feel like it was either family, friends, people that they consider family that they were giving to. just so that they didn't have to apologize. So sure that you were going to come looking for them, not really realizing that days were turning into weeks, weeks were turning into months. Now these people are dependent on your person. Playing dumb. It's like where it's like, they know that they can't play dumb with you. It's like I feel like they may play dumb with the people that they're living with because they didn't think there's no way that they thought that that was going to be a forever situation for them. Um, and then the thing is being fragile. It's like it's not uncommon, like when your person comes to you, that they're going to act all wounded or like the victim, when meanwhile they are the person that created that situation. That's my issue. So what I see here is a person that like now is really looking at you. But when they had the opportunity to really look at you and have the time when you were there, they didn't want to give you the time. And the reason why is because they were so sure that you were going to be there. So they played the field and they played the field with a lot of people. And then after they were like, well, none of those people are really good. So let me go back to just a karmic and give to this karmic martyr because they again have children, or whether it was the karmic or whether it was family or whether it was friends. It was an insignificant relationship that they felt okay to give to instead of come and give to you. So my issue with this person is they were trying to kind of keep you like in your place. And so this is why they're in regret, because they know that you know exactly what they were trying to do. So let's take a look and see actually what they are going to do now that, like I said, I feel like they're going to act all fragile, like trying to feel sorry for me, feel sorry for me. It's like because like these people now are all dependent on me when meanwhile they created that themselves, or I don't know how to get out of that. Like, don't look at really what I did to create the experience almost. That I avoided you. I gave time to other people to avoid you, hoping that you would cave to me. The chemistry between us is off the charts. That's why the person is coming back, because they can't stop thinking about you. If again, they can't stop. Like, it's like they knew who you were when they met you. They just didn't think that feelings were going to grow stronger. Their feelings are almost growing stronger because you were like, bye. And so again, it forced them to look at you. It forced them to compare you to the other people that they gave their time to. And they're like, so it's almost like they put you on a pedestal now. They become so obsessed because there's a sense that they can't have you. It's like this person has an issue with abandonment. It's like almost like if people abandon them, they almost like them more. It's like spiritual awakening. I actually feel like this has pushed this person into spiritual awakening because, again, it's forced them to look at themselves. It's forced them to look at their life. Remember, they like held back from you and gave to somebody else or some family or something and pretended they wanted to really be there. They don't really want to be there. Those people are dependent on them. Those people are like, well, now I own your life. And they're like, I don't like my life. And I create all of this myself because I held back. Because I thought that you were such a sure thing. I didn't think that I had to give anything. This person's stupid. It makes me so mad. It's like unhealthy attachment. That's what I'm telling you about. They have unhealthy attachments because it's like they play games. It's almost like they use a person. Like if I get too close, I have this fallout person that I don't really care about, but I'll give them time so that it's like I don't really have to be fully invested in my relationship. And that's what the real big problem is here, because when they had the opportunity to actually be in a relationship, they didn't give it. And then when instead of facing you and apologizing, they gave to, again, this unhealthy attachment that they don't really want to be with. It's like, and when I say unhealthy attachment, I feel like they're connected to a karmic that tends to like guilt them, that tends to manipulate them, that tends to make them feel as if they have to. And so the unhealthy attachment is almost like they've never healed something in their childhood, almost like with a dominant parent. And this karmic acts like a dominant parent that triggers your person to like automatically do and go. And so if it's not a karmic, it's their own family, and some it's their business partners. It's again other people that are dominant in their life that they again are it's unhealthy attachment because there's a sense of wanting to be accepted, of wanting, to be liked, wanting to see the as the good guy to the point where they're martyring themselves and their happiness, making sure that other people are happy. And that's why I feel like, again, for some of you, it is a karmic that they're attached to. It's again, but it's there's not love. It's almost like this person almost it's like dealing with a parent. Like I said, wanting the acceptance of a parent. But for some, it may be a parent, but it's just like an old, like somebody that has way too much power in your person's life, way too much influence. You are the first thing on my mind when I wake up in the morning. So it's they martyred themselves out, but they also martyred themselves out in hopes to manipulate you. You inspire me in so many ways. Again, because you did not deal with this. You were like, okay, this is a game that you're going to play. I'm leaving, and you put your energy into yourself. I feel like you seem as if you're not affected. That's how your reading started. This is why this person's in full regret. They're in regret because they never expected you to bounce back. They never expected you to like walk away from them. They never expected you to be like, okay, if you don't want it, that's fine. It's like I'll just go about my way. It's like they expected there to be fireworks, and I feel like because that's what this person normally does. They have a fallout person, and that fallout person is they might have kids with that, and they might have money with them. They might have again if it's family. It's unhealthy. So, they're like, well, I'll take from whoever, but it's always going to be on my terms. And usually they don't get a good response, but they still have the needy people hanging off them, meaning people will, fight with them and yell with them and try and get them to do what they want them to do. And they'll be like, no, I'm not going to do what you want them to do. But those people that they wind up with are low vibe, they'll never go anywhere. So they again expected you to be like that, expected you to just take whatever they gave. And then, maybe you would fight a little bit or make a big to do or maybe just complain, but they would still feel good because they would know, well, I got you, you're right here. Like I know you have such good feelings for me. I don't really have to do anything. You don't really again but how you handled this inspires them. You just kind of like detached. There was no yelling, there was no arguing, there was no anything. There's just mud on this person's face. Now, I wish I could fix things between us. And they can, but they have to like again surrender their ego. So they're in the place of unless it's really easy, I don't really feel like them doing it because they're too prideful. This keeps saying that they want you, they want to fix it, they want to fix it, want to fix it, but I don't see any movement towards you. I don't see anything to fix it. Maybe in these cards, but there's a sense of almost like they want you to do it. They want you to fix it. And there's nothing that you can fix. I'm just gonna pull like three. I'm trying to leave my comfort zone with the issue. It's again, the comfort zone is that karmic. The comfort zone is the people that like they martyr out to. It's like they get something in return. And that could be again money, it could be stability. They just don't have to do anything. But that's their comfort zone. I've heard you, and I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me someday and understand I was reacting to fear. So it's again, Feel like this person has fear of intimacy again because there was somebody that they don't really want to be with. They have a fallout person, and now here they have an opportunity to actually be with someone that they had feelings for, and they knew who you were. But instead of embracing it, they again got freaked out, I feel like. Union is an energy, not physical construct. Even when we are apart, I mean, even when we aren't together, I feel our union. So it's again, this person feels the soul connection now. That's why they're in full regret. They're in regret because, again, you didn't react and they see actually who you are. They feel that spiritual connection. And I don't think that that's something that they've had. Again, they're used to being able to treat people the way that they want with no consequence. I'm going to pull one more from this deck, and then we'll ask why you attracted this person. I long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy, but you make me long for those things again. So again, this person again shut those parts down. Like I said, they've been in this like fallout relationship instead of being in an actual relationship because they don't have to do anything. It's like they're just comfortable. It's like almost like the karmic in them, there's no love. It's like, or if they live with the family, it's like they don't just live with the family. They don't have to be accountable for anything. They don't have to do anything. And so, like I said, it was your person's safety zone. It's again from not really having to be in a relationship. They just pulled this with the wrong person. It's again because now what they're seeing is wow, this was the real deal. So you have to say, why would you attract a person like this into your life, right? It's again, that's the best that we can do when a person is not really strong. And what we see is that this person isn't strong on an emotional level. We have to say, the universe brings you exactly who you're supposed to have in your life, whether it's to learn, it's always to learn, but sometimes there's an opportunity. I don't feel like there's an opportunity at this point with this person because they are not evolved enough. And they're still kind of waiting for you to do. Um, and they've shut down those parts of themselves a long time ago. So yes, they're learning how to open them up, but they're not ready. They're not on your level. It's the type of relationship that you deserve. Okay, so let's look and see. Wonder. So, number one, it's like if you grew up in an environment where you didn't get the love, then you wouldn't know what your worth is. And if you don't know what your worth is, you haven't gone out into the world to explore anything. So when we're saying the wonder, it's the wonder in you, which is your gifts, what inspires you, what are your dreams, what are your goals, what are your aspirations, and have you gone out into the world and explored anything? The wonder in the world. Like there's seven wonders of the world. We've heard of those. Well, again, there's many, many well, like wonders of your world. You need to go out into the world and discover them and still figure out who you are. Again, so you attracted this person, number one, because you're still figuring out who you are, so you're not strong within yourself. And this person was hoping that you didn't know who you are, or that you weren't strong in yourself. And what they see is that you are. But nevertheless, Spirit's saying to really show this so people don't confuse who you are with, again, their own perceptions, is if you were more invested in your life, not giving this person or anybody that doesn't hope. And I feel like when you were younger, not growing up in a supportive environment. Why? If you can't go out and explore, if you can't be like childlike, where children go out and explore, that's how they figure out what they like and what they don't like, then our hope for a better future is gone, right? There is no hope because we can't see anything. Seeing with our third eye, we have to actually be grounded in our body and interactive in life and being led by our gut, intuition, inner knowing, and giving and receiving of love to actually see opportunities, to have hope. It takes a mustard seed worth of effort, but getting that mustard seed's worth of effort that we have to, it's based on hope, that we actually believe it. But in order to see it, a lot of times we have to experience it. So Spirit's saying again, hope for a better future and nurturance, that you needed to again nurture yourself and give to yourself, that this person was never going to give you the nurturing and the emotional support that you need. But you didn't have that in childhood. But Spirit's saying, understand you don't need to get it from someone else. You have to do it for yourself. And you do it for yourself by, again, the believing, again, having hope. It'd be like, and when you have hope, you prove that you have hope by your action. Your action proves you have hope, right? And then to go out and have a love affair with yourself. Find the wonder in you, find the wonder in the world that inspires you. It's like, and that is why it's like if you didn't have that, so you had to reparent that, and so that you can become whole, so that you can attract the right person into your life. We always like to close off by saying, well, okay, what spiritual energy can we pull into our situation to make the situation, what else should we know? It's never easy when, we're connected to someone that is just not ready to step it up. And that's what we see here. But then we say, okay, Spirit, what other energy can we do? Once we do this, we're going to feel a lot better, because the nurturing is this form of self-love, and going out into the world and finding your passions is again going to give you the nurturing that you need too, because you're not just doing it for yourself, but you're going to meet people and situations that fill you up emotionally. But so you're going to feel a lot better to begin with once you do that. But then everything turns to light. I work to improve myself, embrace all the life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. So it's again, this person was again to help you heal, to help you heal, that to illuminate what was missing in your life. And Spirit saying, like, you're not nurturing yourself, you don't really believe in a future that you can desire. Go out and find it. Go out and invest in you, so that you can become the magnet for who and what you want into your life. Because once you do that, you become the vibration of unconditional love, which is the energy of the universe. And then the universe conspires to bring you exactly what you not just need, but also want. I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.